After one of my last videos, the one I was talking about where I gave up on the Corvette and gave up on trying to daily it, my friend Alan commented, I think he messaged me on Facebook. He said, hey, saw your video. After you changed the mass airflow sensor, did you reset the ECU, like unplug the battery and let it reset and account for, oh hey, there's a new thing in here? And I didn't do that, like an idiot. So I did it. Reset it. It went fine. It worked. And then also on top of that, I realized I still had went and drove the car and realized, oh, my brakes don't work. The Corvette. And yeah, so then I brought it back and it turned out I had a big vacuum leak because the vacuum line going to the brake booster was disconnected, which is a huge vacuum leak, which is probably the real reason it wasn't running right. So I bought a mass airflow sensor for no reason, put it in, cool. All right, so I rehooked up the brake booster and then redid the timing because we did the timing with that disconnected, so the timing was all out of whack. Fixed the timing, had the brake booster hooked up, and she ran great. I drove it to work for the first time, which is about an hour drive of back roads and highway, and car made it all the way there. No problems other than the, you know, if you sit at a stoplight, smoke starts coming out the top, out of the hood from all the oil that's leaking out of the valve cover, because I never got that fixed. So yeah, thanks Alan for helping me drive my Corvette to work for the first time, and the only time for now. So now I drove it to work, and then it sounded like the starter was going out, and the starter definitely went out after that. I made it back home and everything, but the next time I went to go start the car, I was like, no, I don't want to do it. So I pulled out the starter. And here she is. This thing was just soaked with oil. It was disgusting because it's on the side that the valve cover's leaking on. This is just all full of oil. It's disgusting. It's gross. A new one's only 50 bucks, but I don't want to throw money at it anymore. Well, at that motor, which I've talked about so many times. So today I'm gonna start prepping for pulling the motor, because I haven't talked about this at all yet. But without further ado, here's my LQ9, which is the same thing as a LS1, only it's a 6 liter instead of a 5.3 or 5.7. It's a 6 liter. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. It's not in great shape because I don't have hardly anything for it, but Friday I swapped out the cam, which I'm pretty excited about. I got a cam with some crazy lobe separation from Summit, the Christmas gift from my uncle, which was awesome. Best Christmas gift I've ever gotten. But now I need, this is his intake manifold. I'm looking for one of those for LS1. I can't find them. If I find one, it doesn't have fuel rails, it doesn't have a throttle body, and they still want $400 or $500, and I think that's outrageous. So I just wait until I find one that I like. With that, my friend Alan that helped me earlier with the whole starter thing, he went and pulled me these valve covers for it because I needed that, valve covers and coil packs, and sent me an ECU as well. And thank you so much, Alan. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that we're finally moving towards the point where I can throw them on, but I still got to swap out my trunnions and valve springs, and I need to get the tool for that. I also got my oil pan for it, which is sitting. Yeah. This thing being that heavy. I got the Holley retrofit oil pan for an LS. Now I'm missing bolts for it. There's two really long ones that go through here, and I don't have those. I ordered a set of LS. I ordered a set of LS oil pan bolts. I don't know where they went. They're around here somewhere. So I gotta put those in. Basically the last couple weeks has just been a bunch of working on multiple different things, like getting the Ducati back where it's runnable. My chain had so much slack in it, it would go from like here down to here, and that's way too much slack. It's only supposed to move about, I think, an inch and a quarter maybe, and it's moving like 2 or 3 inches. So I had to pull that off. I got some new used tires. They look like I thrash, but I don't. But they still have plenty of tread on them, and they were cheap, so I got them. I ordered the wrong chain for the motorcycle and had to order another one. That one will be here for 10 days, but that one comes with sprockets, so at least I got that going for me. Truck's still doing good. What a babe. And update you on this. I haven't really talked about this a lot, but this is my uncle's Chevy Vega. He blew up the motor in it a couple times, and now he's putting a new one in there, and finally put it in there after it's been sitting for who knows how long. At least 6 months, if not a year. This thing is cool as hell. I can't wait to drive it. I can never remember what this motor is for the life of me, but it's a Chevy small block of some sorts. I don't remember the numbers because I don't remember the numbers. Not my car. So that's life. Cool, let's see if I can figure out how to pull a Corvette motor.